It's always good when the J-Stock Hydros run because as we were speaking yesterday, this is where you start. When you're young and this is your dream and you want to drive a hydroplane, this is where you get your toes and your feet wet for the very, very first time. And it's not uncommon when you go to these regattas to look around the race course and people that have been driving for years and years. Well, they always turn their attention toward the race course when J-Stock Hydros are on the water because they remember back in the day when this is what they did and they were the ones out there driving these small little boats on the race course. So it's a big moment for this group of drivers. They include Taylor Anderson, first boat out on the race course, followed by Matty and Jared Martin, both out of Black Diamond, Washington, driving the 623 and the 517. Comes Taylor Anderson around the upper corner here. Didn't get anywhere near that far yesterday. Couldn't even get it on a plane out of the pit area, but boy, when he came out this morning, had the right foot outside the cockpit to get a little down pressure on that right side spots and to get it up on his step, and it happened quick. And it's great to see young Taylor Anderson out of Spokane with his J-Stock Hydro out on the race course. We are 41 seconds away from the start. Taylor's going to continue all the way down toward the other end of the race course. Meanwhile, we're going to have Jared and Matty up here 30 seconds at the upper end of the race course, looking at a white flag on the clock. The check of the clock here, still got 22 seconds to go, so I think it's about time just put the hammer down, guys, and let's just see where you line up with the clock. Don't think we are in danger of pickup jumping at all here. 10, 9, inside 10 seconds for Jared and Martin coming down the inside. Taylor Anderson getting his feet wet now. Great job of it. He's handling this boat, learning a lot. You can't learn about the boats until you get it up on a plane and run it. And that is what he is having the opportunity to do right now. Meanwhile, though, our race is underway. Jared and Matty and Martin, both out of Black Diamond, Washington, are going to hit the line absolutely dead even. It's Jared on the outside, Matty on the inside. Matty with about a boat length and a half lead as they cross start finish and head down to the first turn of the boost 4 times around the race course. Interesting move there. You saw Matty go into the corner and started to move out wide. Jared said, fine, you're going to leave lane 1 open. I'll dive in there. So Jared has now moved to the inside, or at least he did when they got to the entrance area of the corner. It appears from here that Jared is still sitting on the inside. Those of you up on top of the hill looking down on top of this can still see it better, much better than I can, but I think Jared moved to the inside, but right now it appears to be a move forward. Matty Martin and that little blue boat seems to be moving away as we head into the backstretch. Meanwhile, we have a very big moment coming up here. Young Taylor Anderson is going to come down and make a legal start here. I'm not sure, but I believe this may be the first legal start for Taylor Anderson. It's a big moment. Taylor did a good job, worked hard to get that boat up on a plane, but I'll tell you what, he popped it up real quick, and there you go, young man. There is a legal start right there. Bring it across your J-Stock Hydro. And Mr. Denslow, did you get a picture of that for the young man? Yes. And a boy, so you got the photographers here to commemorate the moment, and that's a big one. Meanwhile, Jared and Matty still going at it up here in the upper corner. You know, you just don't have to go back too far. And you could find names like Hanauer and J.W. Myers, J. Michael Kelly. Yeah, they all spent some time driving one of these. So you never know what you might be looking at right here. Jared and Matty Martin. I believe this is Matty. Oh yeah, it's Matty. Matty started on the inside. Matty running on the outside. Jared's moved to the inside here, but he is giving up ground. I don't know if Matty's showing him the short way around the race course, but showing him certainly the quickest way around right now. Get your boat out in the lane where you like the water, nice and clean. Run your race, and that is exactly what Matty and Jared are doing right now. Matty doing a great job. Where's Taylor? About halfway up the backstretch right now, lap number 1. Our leaders are into their second lap, and we will go 4 here. Correction, we will go 3. So I didn't learn much over last night. I still having a hard time counting up to those big numbers. We are going to go 3 laps. So our 2 leaders, Jared and Maddie Martin, right now at the halfway mark of the back chute right now, are about halfway through our first heat of J Stock Hydros. Meanwhile, Taylor going to come off the other upper turn here, doing very, very well. Got the boat up on a plane for the first time this weekend, has made a legal start, and will now come off the corner and cross another milestone, a lap of competition. And that's important because the scorekeepers here have a clock on them. They can then tabulate the time and advise that young man of a speed that they are averaging around our 1.25 mile race course here on Moses Lake. Taylor Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, completion, lap number 1. The green flag was up for Taylor as Taylor came across because that was a completion of lap number 1, and Maddie and Jared will get a white flag indicative of 1 lap to go. Look at Jared up there, just hanging right on the buoy row. Nicely done. Maddie, 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go. Sees the white flag. Jared in the 5:17, he too completes lap number 2. Looks like maybe the knees are getting a little sore there on Jared. I saw him kind of moving around there a little bit in the cockpit. Maddie now is going to have to go through that lower corner, and about the time it gets to the exit pin of the corner, he's going to find Taylor Anderson in view.
I just filled this up from the hotel. I should probably keep the beer cold.
Not sure if Taylor is completely aware of what is going on behind him, but it appears as though he's about to get passed by our leader. And our leader, as has been since the beginning of the heat, is Maddie Martin out of Black Diamond, Washington. Taylor Anderson, the lead boat up in our upper corner, is on lap number 2. Maddie Martin coming up behind him right now will come down to get the checkered flag, having completed 3 laps here. We're about to have the pass. Looks like Maddie's going to go by on the outside. There goes Maddie past Taylor. Taylor now getting that first look to see what it's like to run alongside another boat right there as Maddie goes by. We've got 2 flags hanging on the start-finish line here. The first one will be for Maddie Martin, a checkered flag. 3 up and 3 down. Let it wire to wire. Checkered flag, Maddie Martin, boat number 623. Then it's Taylor Anderson completing lap number 2. That's the white flag. Got 1 lap to go. And then coming home in second place will be Jared Martin, also, of course, out of Black Diamond, driving boat number 517. Come down for a second place finish and a fine run on his part as well. Good job, J Stock Hydros. So Taylor Anderson. This is a big deal here for Taylor Anderson to get out here and make a legal start. And the only thing better than a legal start is a legal finish. Everybody here keeping an eye on young Taylor Anderson out of Spokane. It'll be a big moment. If he can come around, he's got 1 more half lap to go. And then he too will get to experience that wonderful checkered flag. Absolutely. Give him a good wave, Mr. Flagman says here. Get one of those NASCAR waves with that flag, you know, get it whipping around back and forth. The white flag indicative that he is on his last lap. But about the time he gets to the exit pin of the corner, you'll see the white come down and the big black and white checkered flag for Taylor Anderson. Couldn't get it out and run it yesterday, but certainly did today. Look at that, just kiss that exit pin when you go by. Nicely done. And we're getting a full wave of the flag. No, wait, no! No! He's turning toward the pit area. Has not yet. There, you got the message. Here we go. Come on, Taylor. All right. Taylor Anderson, what a finish right there. Chase Doc Hydro. How about that? All right, it's going to be a while. He's going to run a couple victory laps. Nobody minds, do you? Nicely done.